What are the odds Mio gets saved this episode? Probably zero, huh? It's probably gonna be two or three before we get around to that. Do you think this will be a big turning point though for Kaya specifically? Once again, maybe not this episode, but whatever is going to happen in this moment, realizing in which she's being used, or realizing in which maybe happiness in the things in which she's been brought up and taught aren't the correct ways, and you can find happiness even if you are somebody like Mio in a way, and she'll maybe change around a little bit, and I think it'll be big for that. It'll be really big for the bond and growth between Kudo and Mio, which is gonna be huge too. So like, it's shitty that this is happening and she had to be taken, but like this will be big for everybody. So I'm kind of excited to see maybe how we reconnect everything. Also with Koji coming in to help too. I mean, it isn't gonna go well for him. He's literally just helping, a friend, right? Like he's helping save a friend, that is, just to get back with her mans instead of you with him. But he's still a good dude, so he's gonna do it, of course. I'm excited though. If you like it all, then like and subscribe to it a lot. So if you have to stick around for the discussion, leave it in the comments down by the simpler series. We can go into episode 6. Where are we? There's no way they just brought him back to like their place, right? Shattered mirror. It's more so cracked. And they got her roped up and everything while standing. Screaming out usually won't help you in these situations. Alright, bitch. What is Koji even capable of, you know? That's because he's confident in his abilities. He doesn't need to be worried. They did just bring her back. And, what the fuck? Because you're not allowed to be happy. The worst, bro. The worst. She's way worse than Kaya. Why do you think you have authority over her? You're not my real mom. Yeah, don't you think it's better suited for somebody like me? The fuck are you about to do? Listen. As long as it's not the pink one, we're good. Because that one's special. I mean, they all kind of are, especially to her, but... Oh. Thought she was about to cut her ear, dude. It's all fun and games till you realize that neither Koji nor Kudo are gonna want you. Yeah. The fuck is that? Why? Oh. You think you know it all, don't you? She's the one who gets to decide all that, buddy. Yeah, that's her man.
嫁に行った途端にあだで返そうだなんて。
Oh. You bear. Okay, whatever. Oh, just leave it. I'm gonna leave it.
私の人生が狂わされてたまるものかしら。
Or your life, yeah.
までの私ならきっと謝っていた。
But you've changed. No longer do that. You no longer do that.
そうだくない。もう何もできなかった昔の私とは違う。私は
We went through this growth for a reason.
おい、少し下がってろ。
なんて諦めの悪い。何？
Holy fuck.
行くぞ。
That's not. I thought he was gonna zap the door, bro. He blew the whole fucking thing up.
ミオはどこだ、サイモリ殿。
ミオならばもう工藤家には戻らん。
Yeah, about that.
父さん、あなたって人は。
Ah, he's got this. He's got this.
これほど早く来ようとはな。
About to have a fucking duel, bro.
ミオはもうあなたには会わぬ。も
No, you won't let her see you anymore.
ちらとて黙ってはおれん。
Could about to fucking pop off, dude. Yeah.
手をしとる。待たれよ。
Is that what you want?
どうなっている。
この屋敷も破壊されかねんぞ。
Well, maybe don't fucking kidnap his
俺が嫌
wife.
なら
Like,
お
what?
前も手を貸せ。
Oh, now we're really about to see how fucking powerful Buddy gets. Just walk through it. Yeah. Too easy. He just stands there menacing. Can't even touch, bro. Jesus fuck. Bro isn't even taking a step. He just standing there. Yeah, these old men ain't got shit on him. Yeah. The power of the Kudo family. He's here. Back on her feet, though. Love it.
見苦しいのよ。
You can push her down, but she won't stay down. I hope Kudo comes in and just fucking kills her, dude. I don't even care. Please do it.
決して譲らない。
Mm.
私を信じてくれる旦那様のために。
はそこに。
Why are we walking, by the way? Like, we should. Can we run, please? Oh, fuck. Are we like resistant to fire or something? Yeah, okay, we're good. This is his all out, bro. This is his ultimate.
こんなところで炎を使うとは、どこまで愚かになれば気が済む。
Jesus fuck, bro. He's burning everything down. Oh, this is really about to put it into fucking perspective for Kai when she loses it all, huh? Just standing in the fire, bro. That's crazy. And yeah.
気絶させただけだ。
I would never kill him, but
命が尽きる瞬間を待っていた。
mm,
毎日が苦しくて悲しくて心を殺したまま生きるのにも疲れて
but now you've been open to so much,
どこにもないと思っていた。
and you found that place.
私がお前に
Mm-hmm.
ここにいてほしいんだ。
You are wanted.
居場所はあった。
Absolutely.
あの人のそばにいます。
Mm.
私は旦那様のおそばに。
Yeah, how you gonna fucking flip now, bitch, huh? Huh? Yeah, that's not gonna go well for you, is it?
私諦めませんでしたよ。目にこんなとこ
Someone like you. Yeah, alright, buddy.
とうござい
一体何の
Yeah. There's consequences to your fucking actions here, buddy. You don't get everything. Good. Fuck you. Let's go.
こんな風になるまで何をした？無抵抗の人間にこれほどの傷を負わせてまで何をさせようとした？
Not even just now, all this
悪
time.
くありませんわ。私はただ間違いを正そうとそう思っただけではないし、見た目も貧相で使用人としても使えない。そんな人が工藤家に受け入れてもらえるだなんて何かの間違いでしょ。
How's it a mistake? He's the one.
言ってくれるわ。お姉様と大違いだって。
Congrats. Yeah, congrats.
黙れ。これ以上お前のたわごとは聞きたくない。
You're not what you think you are.
どうして分かってくだ
Why don't you understand?
お前のくだらん自慢話はもうたくさんだ。私がお前のような傲慢な女を選ぶことなど天地がひっくり返って
Perfect.
もありえん。
Perfect. We should say and do more to her, though. But perfect. You're a better man than me, because I'm just saying. She's not gonna be happy with you either, brother. After everything you did.
話してねえ、ほっといて。
うるさい。
となんて構わずにさっさと逃げればいいじゃない。
Mm.
ああ、そうさ。君の言う通り、僕が一番大事なのはミオだ。
But that's not the kind of person he
で
is.
もね、君なんかでも
Yeah.
死んだらミオは悲しむ。また傷を増やすことになるんだ。
Yeah.
君の、いや、僕たちのせいで。だから、絶対に置いていくもんか。
Mm.
信じるのよ。あなたの中のその力を。
Oh, we're really bringing her power out now, aren't we? It's no longer just a theory. It's really about to fucking manifest itself, huh?
目障りなこと
What
よ
the fuck is this?
立石の役立たずめこのままでは薄葉の血は工藤のものではないか
我々に悲願成就の機会をお与えください。
Oh.
あるべきもの、あるべき場所へ。
近く
That
状況
thing,
が
yeah.
時期を見誤らぬことだ
Mm.
かしこまりました。
必ずよあの異能は潰すのだ
To crush that ability. Specifically Mio's or Kudo's? I'm assuming more so Mio's.
ミオ。
Hmm.
あ、私だ。本当に大丈夫か？
はい、旦那様。今回は私の不注意のせいで。
お前のせいではない。決して。
Mhm.
何一つ。お前は悪くないのだ。
She's gotten better at the apologizing, or not apologizing, but she still puts all blame on her.
ありがとうございます。
Mm.
旦那様。
ミオ様、よかっ
Hmm.
た。意識が戻られて。
本当にミオが無
The
事でよか
mirror
っ
is
た。
not fractured this time. And you come back to a place where people are happy that you're here, not tearing you down. God, I can't stand all these greedy and selfish fuckers in this shit. Who want everything for themselves and think they know everything, and I can't stand them. Rather straightforward episode, I would say, for the most part. Sure, there's probably some intricate things mixed in, and specifically the visuals and the way that they kind of frame certain things, but for the story itself of what they were trying to tell here, the rescue mission of Mio, which I honestly thought would take a little bit longer than this. And I guess I can say I'm kind of happy that it didn't take longer based on how this was resolved. Like, if we took 3 episodes for us just to have Kudo basically find us and get here, then finish everybody as quick as he kind of did, it would have felt a bit dragged out, I guess. So for the most part, I don't think I'm too angry with the way that this was approached and kind of done. But like I said, rather straightforward, of characters that we've been explored and kind of know the extent of the way that they're going to act. So the moment that basically Mio, you see her tied up in a way, you kind of know how they're going to act in a way, and the things that the characters in which are going to say. And then you're also pretty certain of like when they show up and they try to go get her, exactly how those interactions and stuff are going to go. Now, that's not to say it's bad or anything in that way. A lot of people tend to believe for some reason when things are almost predictable in a way, they're bad. But I don't believe that's the case. I just think it means that they built up their characters well enough to a point that you understand exactly how they're going to kind of react and do things in these situations. And it's not the type of show, at least so far from what we've seen, where characters act out of character or have these hidden sides to them and do things irrationally, I guess, like from what they're used to doing or what we know of them to do. So it really doesn't, matter if any of that was going to be the case, because it wasn't going to. So you don't need to see somebody like Kaya just like acting out in a different way than we would have expected, right? She does exactly how she is when she's confronted by Kuro at the end. She gives a response and putting the blame not on herself in a way, or trying to say that she was trying to do things that she figured were right? Like these are things that we knew she would act out, and she would say. I think for the most part, there's three key things that they really tried to show off here and solidify, even though we kind of knew. One, specifically just to show off the family and how like fucking trash they are and how they act towards Mio and how selfish they can be about gaining wealth and power in a way and trying to hoard her in a way for this ability, take her in, not give her happiness or let her think as a free individual, or allow her to be her own person, but instead kind of keep her captured in a way and locked up so that they can kind of have and use her the way that they want. So really just to solidify how big the pieces of shit they kind of are. Two, more so to solidify, I guess, the relationship that we have between Mio and Kuro, and exactly show you how both of them kind of feel about each other and connect. And the bond, the connection that they've each have, and how each of them have kind of given the other something so strong and powerful in a way that it makes them kind of go out of their way and put themselves in harm's way almost to be with each other and to kind of connect again with each other. Also having that faith that they can put in that other person to arrive or to stay strong enough to hold up until that final moment. But three, I think, would be just the growth that we finally get out of Mio here, where we've seen her have growth before with small things, and we've seen her slowly be able to change as a person and better herself, and now being able to see that, constantly being knocked down after the ropes were cut and then stand back up on her own, her willingness to not give in and not feel belittled in a way. Well, I guess feel is a different way, but just give in to the negative things in which Kaya and the stepmom are saying, and actually be put down by them completely to a point that she freezes up like she did the last time Kaya came around and like exposed or said something about her. That she stood up, she held her ground, she had confidence, I guess, in herself and the things that, she wanted, actually was asking for things in this point, feeling like she wanted to belong or be somewhere, and wanted to stay with him, right? She no longer didn't have things in which she didn't want, right? So these are all things that can kind of connect, and you can see the growth and the patterns that, we've had over the last 5-6 episodes now. As I said, a lot of it's fairly straightforward, so I don't know what within the episode I'm really going to want to have to touch on here, but specifically kind of just tormenting her in a way, cutting things in which somebody else important is given to you and have value and hold things, within you. It's a really shitty thing that you don't want to kind of see happen, but Kaya knows the spots to kind of hit and the ways to kind of push Mio around. She's done it for years now, right? So like, she knows exactly how that is, her constantly threatening her and trying to put her off in a way to the point that she gives up, to be like, oh, we can give you back to Koji, but is that really what she wants? When clearly it actually isn't. Kaya not having a basic understanding for fucking literally anything here. Also, I'm assuming the mom's not involved here to the point that she understands. She probably just wants what's best for Kaya, and she thinks her being with Kuro would probably be best for that. However, the dad and everybody else, the higher ups within this family, have bigger ideas of capturing Mio for specific things. So they're using Kaya, and Kaya's kind of just falling into that trap along with the mom probably here, because they think that they're getting a good end of the deal here, which I guess they kind of are. But still, it's rather fucked up. Brutal scenes to watch as the mom just beats on Mio here, which is the worst thing. Constantly using things in terms and calling her like the embarrassment in a way of the family and the negative that they like, something along those lines. I don't remember all the words exactly, but just calling her names over and over and trying to put a stop to this marriage, which I think is awful. Kudo starting to display his power, finally being able to really see, I guess, the capabilities of this. They call him very special, I believe. I don't remember what the word they was, but they basically, he's like the most OP fucking person in those universes. Seems like. We were able to see a power display last episode too, between Koji and I think it was his dad, where he specifically dropped a line of like all these years, of him kind of perfecting his craft in a way and training for something like this to happen, right? He was able to put a stop to Koji instantly because he's nowhere near as powerful. But then you see somebody else like Kudo in the situation, and look what he fucking does to everybody that he kind of runs into throughout this. Everybody is not okay with this, and they will not allow him to kind of step through. And basically, just we get a brawl between everybody when we get to actually see the supernatural abilities and stuff kind of take place. It was a very fun display for the most part, but it really just solidified how exactly strong and overpowered, I guess, Kudo really is. Now, that could be like classic first person that you interact with is really like weak in a way, so that he looks way stronger than he actually is, but then we're going to constantly meet people that are going to be way stronger. But I'd argue that's probably not the case. I'd argue he literally just is really fucking strong. So that's not the case either. More beaten and more shit going down. This fire as well when he turns around, and they like some really pretty shots too, in the way that they do it. And I absolutely love the electricity just fucking destroying everything regardless of what they're trying to do, and just literally a full out power display here by Kudo. And even this line too about I knocked him unconscious, but he didn't kill him. It wasn't enough to do that. I'm not gonna go out of my way and cause harm like that, but I definitely gotta immobilize him some sort of way so I can get to do what I want. Kaya still just losing her shit and fucking choking her out. I love this where we get the crack in the mirror, but then we also get the reflection in a way of the past and her reflecting on her old self and the things and the positions in which she's kind of been in and how she used to view things and feel until she finally met somebody that kind of wants her around and cares for her and who she really is. This is when we finally got our moment of connection between Kudo and everybody else. The mom sees the fucking village burning and has absolutely no clue what the fuck to do, and Kaya here trying to come back with some really shitty lines of like, I'm just correcting a mistake that others made, and she doesn't deserve anything, and why would somebody be happy with somebody like her who's so incompetent in this way? And it's just like, it's the lack of understanding from her part of, just because your parents and everybody around you has told you you're special all this time because you have this ability and other people don't, doesn't mean that people are going to instantly fall for you in that way. There's other aspects that people look into, and it has nothing to do with your privileged lifestyle that you've kind of grown up and lived, and the ego that you've gained from how everybody else has always treated you, the rudeness, just the arrogance that kind of comes off of you when you speak, and the negative things that you're saying about others and putting them down. Like, why would I want to be around somebody like you? Like, that's not, it's nasty, right? And Kudo being able to tell her to shut up and tell her, like, why would I ever want someone like you, right? And kind of putting her in her place a little bit. Sure, I wish he was a little bit more extreme or did some shit, but he doesn't really have to, and he's probably not that type of person. Once again, better man than me, so good for him. But I love that, putting Kaya down and in her place a little bit more here too. And even better moment, I would say, is Koji, where I loved him at first, and then recently I've been like kind of on him in some of the ways that he's been acting, kind of just letting Kaya do what she wants in a way. But now him being like really caring for Mio and knowing that she would care even if something happened to Kaya, somebody as awful as her. So he's making it his job in a way to protect her and refuse to kind of let her cause any harm to herself or lose her life, because he fears how Mio will handle that and how much more that's going to kind of put onto her and how she's going to feel over it, which I think is a sweet sentiment, I guess, for him to have. Once again, also a better man than me, so good for him too. And I love this of her being able to get into this state and have this conversation with her mom, almost of telling her to kind of believe in herself and the things that she's kind of been able to gain. There's also mention, I don't actually remember where it is in the episode, but there's also mention at one point of the awakening in a way, believing of, I guess, Mio's spiritual abilities at some sort of way, whatever it is, the thing within her bloodline that she's not able to kind of access seems to be kind of awakening or coming at some point here, and we're going to be able to start developing that, or she's going to be able to become something truly special. And we've seen hints of that in past episodes, and they've had talks of that before, and I believe that's truly coming around. And I don't know exactly what it is, but whatever it is, we're about to have some a power duo here between our main two. I'd argue that's when we get introduced to these guys, this old fucker here and this other guy. I don't think we know either of them, unless this is whatever his name is, her dad, but I don't think it is, but I guess it could be. I don't know, it doesn't really matter to me. Regardless, we meet this guy who I'm assuming is probably like the head of, I wouldn't necessarily say a family like our family, but he's the head of something for sure. Like he's has high status for whatever reason, and he has kind of given us permission here to no longer sit back and launch this all-out attack and do whatever we have to kind of secure her before this stuff starts coming up and before whatever happens, right? Just so that we can actually obtain her and have this to ourselves, because it's so important for us and our family to kind of not lose that and let somebody else have it, which fucking sucks because I do not want more harm towards us, but it doesn't seem like our happy marriage life is really gonna happen, and we're gonna get fucking attacked by everybody here. So I guess Kudo's gonna have to be on guard at all times, unfortunately. And then finally, cute moment. I love this, like the moment she looks at him, like how happy she looks when she wakes up and she sees him. And then just having this connection between the two and kind of just being happy that she's all right and she's alive and, you know, back in our lives here, and all seems to be well. And while Yuri comes in and she loses her mind because, once again, putting the blame all on herself here, similar to Mio, puts the blame all on herself in a way and thinks that this was her fault for kind of what ended up happening. So of course she's going to feel this way, but also somebody who's been with Kudo all his life, right? And somebody who knows exactly how happy having somebody like Mio has been and how positive that's been on his life and him being able to get her back and stuff like that is very, very important for her too. So of course it's going to make her so emotional, especially because she's also built up such a strong relationship with Mio over the time as well. I also love how Mio consistently, like we've seen, she stopped, I would say, apologizing for things, but at the end of the day she still puts a lot of blame and things on herself, acts as though things are her fault or she's done things wrong, like when she really hasn't, just because it's kind of what she's known. She's kind of accepted that. So Kudo still being able to kind of reassure her, tell her to like not think like that, or it's not your fault, and kind of just assure her that things aren't like that, right? You don't have to think like that or be like that or put yourself down. Still constantly being able to do that. So we definitely can still see that there is growth within her and things that she has to get over and get past here. She's not this perfect person still, and there's a ton of trauma and things that she'll never probably be able to get over. But there are things in which that we can kind of change and fix, and we're slowly going to continue to work towards that. And very lovely to say. Overall, rather straightforward episode, I would say, but I think it put a lot of things on display in which we might have questioned or wanted to see before, and we were able to kind of see development and real growth within some of our characters here, which I think is excellent. I'm assuming we're going to lead towards our downfall of the entire both families, I guess, and I'm curious how that's going to be and how each of them are going to act now that, you know, shit's been burned down and things are kind of falling apart and, you know, not going their way, and they can't kind of control and be all like they want to. So I do wonder the direction that they plan to take with that. I also just wonder exactly how we're going to handle things with Koji and Kaya. I would assume that this would have been the breaking point, and we would have really seen Kaya kind of reflect on her nasty self and family and everything that's kind of come about. But I mean, I might be under reading it, but I feel like they didn't do enough harm to her by just the rejection that she had of Kudo and just like losing some stuff like that. I just feel like it wasn't enough to kind of cause her to suffer or bring her down to a level in which somebody like Mio has before, which causes her to kind of reflect and really connect in a way and relate and put herself in that same exact position, and then really allow maybe some change and some things in her mind to kind of start clicking and changing. So I don't know if we're going to be able to go that route that I was expecting just yet. I mean, they definitely could. They still could do that. But I just feel like that if we wanted to, maybe we should have hit that a bit more. So that might not be the route that we go. But who knows? There's definitely more that can happen. So it's going to be all for me, though. If you like it all, hit the like and subscribe to me. A lot to me. Feel free to check out the other videos on the channel. Leave in the comments about this episode of series. I'll be back for episode 7 soon. You guys have a good one. Peace.